is that?
You just want to take these electrodes and place them on your temples like so.
This movie is fantastic. It is so much fun. I'm so happy that we're talking about this. First things, there's a lot of you guys. So first thing, tell me about the character you start with and who was the most fun for you to play and why. We'll start with you, Brittany.
I played Shelby, and she's in a relationship with Cyrus, and she's anxious to go to the party, and her relationship's on the rocks. I actually had a lot of fun playing Brooke, because Brooke was very opposite from Shelby,
Sure.
so it was fun to be confident and excited and extroverted versus very internal.
Amazing. And who did you start with and who was your most enjoyable play and why?
I play Brooke, and Brooke is a very eccentric party girl. She loves to have fun and be loud, and she just wants everybody to have a good time. I think deep down she's actually quite sad, and that's why she's so out there, is like, let's go, like, that whole thing, which is really fun to play. But I really liked playing Nikki as well, because there's like that, not stoic, but just like solid confidence. Like her shoulders are back more, and she's just, she knows that she's the shit, and that was really fun to play.
Fun. Tell us about Cyrus.
Yeah, I started out playing Cyrus. It's Shelby's boyfriend, and he comes into the story in kind of a very tentative, scared way. He's very much a people pleaser, wanting to make sure everyone's happy, but also has like, wants to make sure his own needs are met. He's very scared.
Right.
So it was really fun to play Dennis later on in the film, because he's a lot more uninhibited and is kind of just, he has a recklessness to him that felt dangerous and just, I think, a lot more freeing to play.
That's incredible. Forbes, my dude, tell me about Forbes.
Yeah, you know, Forbes, he's kind of lost touch with this group, and you know, kind of comes back into their lives in a heavy-duty way, and you know, is excited to make some new memories with everyone, and that was a blast. But yeah, I would also agree that playing Dennis, you know, that he's got this bravado about him, you know, or this put on kind of, you know, this armor, and so I think it was kind of fun to, I feel like, you know, kind of inhabit that, you know, sort of swagger he's got.
It's incredible. Now, Greg took a really unique approach to filmmaking with this. He did, correct me if I'm wrong, he did 2 table reads, one from the perspective of the souls and the other from the perspective of the bodies. How did that influence your performance with those 2 table reads?
I think it helped logistically. We were in the rehearsal process still, so we were still kind of figuring out each other's characters. I feel like we really, I mean, for me, I felt like I really got into the zone when we started filming.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was the first taste test of starting the body swapping process.
Sure.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I thought it was so nice to just be able to see everyone clearly as their character. You know, it just simplified things. You know, it's always helpful to see it, hear it off of the page.
Sure.
And to do it in both ways was, yeah, great.
Yeah, it's a movie where throughout the process we're kind of asking, okay, who's in whose body? So those kind of rehearsal processes kind of helped us get out of our heads and just kind of surrender and really kind of know what was going on.
Now, where did the idea come from about you guys watching and recording your cast members' performance to help inform your own portrayals? Was that a thing you guys did too?
Yeah, well, you know, we, especially like for like the first time that we swap, you know, everyone has this kind of really heightened reaction, and so we just kind of all sat around at this table and like recorded each other doing it, and then, you know, you can kind of, and much like with the table read, you're learning each other's mannerisms, you're sort of seeing their perspective and learning how to kind of, you know, drop into them in a more genuine way. I
love Greg's approach to filmmaking. Can you talk about what you learned from Greg working on this film?
I think just the, you know, he really is a master of his craft. He spent so many years just learning VFX.
Sure.
And studying VFX and doing tutorials and whatnot, and you can see how that integrates into the way he moves the camera and the way he works with actors. And so I think just being a consummate filmmaker is something that I was definitely inspired by.
And he's got this just passion for it. He's got a love for the genre, a love for filmmaking, a love for this story. And so I feel like, you know, and he would just kind of throw everything at a wall and see what sticks. And so I felt like just we had this playful, open energy where you can just kind of try whatever and there was nothing wrong and no failing. And I think that that was very beneficial.
Well, look, I can't wait for everyone to see this movie because it's so much fun and it's such a fun ride that you can't predict what's going to happen. And where it ends, oh man, it's so good. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks,
I appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you so much.
Wait, Forrest. What is that?
It's just a 20-second experience. That's it. I promise.